Hello, welcome back to the Mystery Builder course and session 4, and we're going to look at clues and how to let your detective and your readers know what's going on. This is one of the trickiest bits of writing a mystery story, and you are going to have an awful lot of decisions to make. What I try to do when I'm writing one of Max's books is I decide what Max would need to know in order to solve the mystery. And then I try to think of clues that will help him to know that. So when I've done that, I've got a list of clues. Then I decide whether those clues are going to be things that Max finds out by seeing things, or whether he finds them out by hearing things from other characters. You can plant your clues in all sorts of places. A theatre ticket could be a clue that one of your characters was at the theatre on a particular night, so that helps you to know where they are at a particular time. An uneaten dinner could mean that only 3 people turned up to a dinner party and 4 people were meant to be there. Even the smells in a room can tell you whether or not a window has been opened and a burglar might have had an opportunity to creep in. There are all sorts of things that can give your detective a clue to what's happening. And if you give your detective as many different types of clue and as many clues as possible, that helps make your story really exciting. And of course, some clues your detective won't realise are clues at the time. You might have an inkling that something's not right, but it's fun to plant clues and have your detective later on realise why they're important. Now, I'm going to read you a tiny bit from Max's first adventure, The Disappearing Diva, to show you what I mean. This is a moment from the first bit of the book where Max is in the dressing room of Madame Emerald. Now, Madame Emerald is a wonderful, wonderful singer. She's just turned up at the Theatre Royal, and straight away, Max begins to suspect that something strange is going on and that she may not really be who she claims to be. And this is the moment where he begins to realise. Madame drew from her bag a cut glass bottle with a large emerald green stopper. She opened it, sniffed it warily, and winced at the smell. Maximilian had seen this before and knew what must have happened. Sylvia, one of the ballerinas, had been given a bottle of lavender perfume for her birthday by an elderly aunt. But by the time she opened it to use it, the scent had gone off and it smelled like vinegar. Sylvia had had to throw the whole bottle down the drain. But Madame did not throw the perfume down the drain. She only smiled to herself, stoppered the bottle again, and placed it on a shelf on her dressing-room table. Maximilian meowed, "Shouldn't you throw that out if it smells bad?" Madame glanced at him and yawned lazily, not even bothering to cover her mouth. It was most unladylike of her. "I think maybe Pussycat should be put out," she said to Jeanette. "After all, we have much to prepare, don't we, dear? And he's turning out to be rather noisy." Jeanette, her maid, smirked, and picking Maximilian up without much care for where she dug in her very long nails, she slung him out of the dressing-room door and slammed it shut again. Maximilian gave himself a little shake. He was not accustomed to such rude treatment, and he was sure that Madame would scold Jeanette for her behaviour. But instead of hearing Madame tell Jeanette off, from inside Madame's dressing-room he heard the 2 women laughing. Maximilian had a very good nose. He could smell out a sardine buried at the bottom of a shopping basket or wrapped in several layers of greaseproof paper. What he smelled now, though, was something rather different. Madame claimed to be a wonderful singer, but her voice sounded like one of the harsh, yelling street market stallholders. She claimed to love cats, but she threw him out when he meowed. She kept perfume that smelled bad. Maximilian did not need to sniff the air to smell what he was scenting now. He was scenting a mystery. So those are just a few things that Maximilian spots that makes him think something isn't right here. So those are important clues. And as I hope you see, there were lots of different sorts of clues. There was Maximilian seeing that Madame was acting strangely, but also hearing. He hears strange things that Madame says and that Jeanette says. So you have your list of clues, and then you decide what order your detective is going to find those clues in. And I really love this bit. It's such good fun. It's always good to have the big clue, the one that gives your detective the ta-da moment of who done the crime, right at the end. Once you've got your clues and the order for the clues, you need to decide how and where your detective is going to find them. And this is where you'll really start to build your story, deciding why your detective has to be in a particular place at a particular time to find a particular clue. It's going to be a lot of work, but it's really good fun. I like to send Max all over the place when he's solving a mystery, hunting for clues, and try to make sure that he's always getting clues from as many different people and many different places as possible, having lots of adventures along the way. It makes it much more fun for me, and I hope it makes it more fun for the reader. And it means you get to run across rooftops and get into all sorts of scrapes and meet lots of people. So I really hope that you have fun deciding what it is that your detective's going to know, needs to know to solve the mystery, where you can plant that information, who might be the character that gives them the information, and when they're going to find that information out. And set all that out, and you will have your mystery. So have fun, and I'll see you at the next session for the big reveal of the truth. Okay, bye-bye.